Let me call you right back. Yeah, we about to get started. Okay. All right. All right. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's ride.
All right, let's drop that beat. Welcome to the We Are Watch channel. I'm on behalf of the team SHAQ.
It's your brother Jay Shuman.
And we are WeOY channel. So, welcome back, my brother. What's up?
Man, I'm glad to be back. I'm glad that we back. And it's just a blessing to be here. You know, it's been a small hiatus, but we back in the fold. We ready to give it to the people.
Well, that's what's up. That's what's up. And hey, I'm proud. That's all. That's all that we got to do in 9 days, giving back to the people, man. With coming back and seeing the importance of people. So I'm glad to see you back. You looking good. I'm pretty sure you feel good, and I know you're doing good. So, and we ready to rock. But let's get into today's topic. And I was kind of hesitant on the phone. You kind of sounded a little hesitant on the phone on your way over here when I told you what the topic was going to be. And you was like, we really got to talk about that? I said, yeah, that's what the producers want. They want us to talk about that. Choosing a woman wisely. Before we even get to the topic, the acronym of the day, when we talking about, you coming back, you're feeling strong, you feel strong, you're feeling better. BBE. Let that resonate for a minute. BBE. Become better every day. Become better every day. And so when you think about it, becoming better every day, we both can be beneficial. And I'm sure the people at home can be beneficial by the acronym. So just wanted to bring that out before we talk about it. But in order for us to become better, right? One of the biggest decisions, a good man. Notice I said a good man. I didn't say a bad man. I said a good man, right? Wherever making his life, and I'm sure you can agree with me on this, is choosing a good woman wisely. Picking the right woman is essential nowadays. But this is a lesson for you and I, because we both not had this problem, and we're gonna be authentic and we're gonna tell the truth on this show. We ain't gonna sugarcoat nothing. But your selection and my selection in women has not always been good and has been very despicable. Can we both agree?
No, totally agree.
Okay.
Totally.
And I can arguably say that some of the problems that you deal with, I don't know about me, but I can know for you, because you sometimes build me up and I build you up. Some of the problems you deal with is because you don't have a strong good woman behind your side. What you think about that? Do you agree with that or do you disagree?
Some problems, yes. Some problems, no. A woman is supposed to balance you out. She's your help me. Things where you're at a crossroad with, she's supposed to kind of help you out and bring you back to the forefront.
But we talk about you though. We're not talking about just in general. We're talking about you.
Myself and my
You
problems.
won't have some of the same problems if you're dealing with if you had a good woman. Do you agree or do you disagree?
I kind of disagree.
So tell me why you disagree.
I disagree because a woman is our foundation, as I said before, yes. But at the same time, some of the problems that I'm going through, some of the problems and challenges that I have faced throughout my course of my life, it's some things that I got to figure out. We can't always lean upon a woman to figure it out for us. Sometimes we got to go do self-inventory on ourselves to become better, become wiser. That goes with the topic, how to choose a woman wisely. To become wise, we got to do self-inventory on ourselves to figure out what's going on, what has transpired, how can we become better, acronym become better every day. And yes, the woman can help us out on some issues, but not all our issues. We got to fix ourselves first. So that's how I feel, my brother. That's how I feel.
Okay, well, I agree with that to the most part, but I think we agree because if a woman can't, desire me, inspire me, admire me, or bring peace and support my needs, uh, then she pretty much wasting my time, you know. But I think that I kind of got to disagree with you because that's where you got to have faith in. You know, like faith starts where your comfort zone ends. And so knowing yourself, knowing your capability, knowing your worth is really the selection and finding a good woman, you know, and having a strong woman by your side. That's how I feel because it's so many. I mean, let's face it. Let's face it. Let me talk to the fellas for a minute. Let me talk to the fellas because it's 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 mind blowing to me because women and some men, when let me put this in context, some women and some men need a reality check when it comes down to relationships and choosing a woman wisely. Here's so because, and I can already make this statement. The reason why today's women are today's women, do you know why?
Go ahead and explain to me. I have my own perception, but what is your perception?
My perspective is this. The reason why today's women are today's women is because of yesterday men. Let me break that down when I say that. Okay? Let me break that down. You know, back in the day, you know, you had to get permission. I'm sure you heard of the stories. You know, my uncle, aunties gave me the stories. You had to get permission to, from the parents to date a woman, right? To take them out. It wasn't just pulling up and then, going pulling off with the woman. You had to go and ask permission, sit down, meet the mom and meet the daddy, and so forth, and they'll make the call whether or not you can, take their daughter out or something like that. But back then, the men treated women with respect and they also protected them as well, right? They didn't just raise their hand with five fingers like we see today. Because think about it, a relationship's supposed to be a two-way street, not a two-way beat. Let me repeat that. A relationship's supposed to be a two-way street, not a two-way beat. And the reason why I say beat is because domestic violence has went up, arguments has went up. We have even seen women assaulting men these days. Not just only the men, right? But the men also made them feel safe back then as well, right? So, but don't get me wrong, they did cheat too, right? The men back there cheated too, but they didn't bring their problems to the house like what we see today, right? It wasn't wives didn't call, the side chick, as they quote unquote call it, didn't call the household or didn't pull up wanting to fight the wife that had the kids at home or come with drama, right? But today's men treat women like objects instead of subjects, right? They use terms B's and H's and all of these things, right? And then the women today become broken, damaged, and confused. They don't know what they want, right? And I can arguably say that social media has a lot to play with it because we need more leaders. Look who they're listening to, right? When you talk to the ages between 18 even through 36, 37, who they listening to? Cardi B's, the Megan Thee Stallions, the City Girls, right? And what songs are they saying? What are they leading to? Broke men, working a 9 to 5. I don't want to be with no man that working on 9 to 5. He got to have a nice car, he got to have nice jewelry. He got to have, so that put the perception that these women today don't want a good man that working a 9 to 5. It's okay to date a man who got class about himself, that has some of the same characteristics as yourself. That's a construction or a school teacher, right? Like you and I, somebody who's a productive citizen to society. It's okay to do that. But I will arguably say that social media plays a part with it. That's my take on it. What you think about that, my brother?
First and foremost, I believe we gotta kind of not cater it, as you said one time before, not to the bad men, but we talking about good men. And I want to kind of go back to what you said before about your worth. You got to know your worth by doing self inventory, as I stated before. We can't lean upon a woman to figure out what our worth is, and just to kind of go into my own story and how I view women, how can I choose a woman wisely? I believe it starts with us. We got to change our mindset. Because at one point we was a boy, but now we are a man. So we got to change our mindset to a wise.
Some of us are men.
Okay, some of us are men, but we talking about good men. Let's stay straight and narrow on that. So we got to change our mindset, man. We got to change our mindset to wise thinking, and we got to decipher through the turbulence of it to figure out not what we want, but what we need. Say it again, like not what we want, what we need. I have went through trial and error before, going after a woman just off her physical features, and then being let down. And I can't really blame her. I gotta blame myself because I didn't penetrate her soul to see how she was as a person. I just went off of her physically. Hold on, real quick. I know you're ready to go. I know you're ready to go, but I'm just trying to explain it in my mindset, in my head. So, and I don't think we should overcomplicate it about as far as a woman. We just see her likes and her dislikes. You can agree with this as far as how she presents herself. Just a small sample of if you go in the grocery store, you see a woman, and a real woman, if she's not interested in you, she gonna conduct herself as a real woman should. She not gonna nah bye. You don't encounter that one time before,
Yeah, but
right?
look who they're attracted to, though. I just told you who they're attracted to, who they looking at, though, right? That's what. Think about it. Listen, women tries to play the role of a man tries to play the role of a woman. Let me break that down. Okay, so when a man sees a woman, he sees them wear all long nails, wigs, fake butt, probably got her boobs done or something like that. That's attractive to a woman, right? I mean, that's attractive to a man these days. But what's attractive to a woman might be a nice car, like I said, the jewelry, all these stuff that social media is leading to him. But I can agree with you. I can just arguably say that, you wasn't ready, and the female that you was dating at that time probably wasn't ready.
But can I ask you this, Shaq? And we got to kind of move forward the conversation because we kind of limited no time. However, this is the thing. You had to go through the trial and error phase because we're not perfect. You don't have your picture perfect woman yet. We all have fallen victim too far as looking at a woman from her physical features. What I'm saying is how to choose a woman wisely. Let's go back to that. How to choose them wisely. How I feel, something that you brought up just before, and it's gonna sound out of the window. But however, I believe we gotta look at their past. Look who they dealt with in their past, individuals. And I say this, I know you squinting your eyes like, what is he going with this? My thing is this, and I have dealt with women like this so I can speak on it. Whereas they will view their past relationship and they throw it all on the guy as he did this, and he was a dog, or he dealt me wrong, or all of those things there. What I'm saying is, and I had to learn this, sometimes when a woman paint a guy in a negative perspective, maybe he did do it bad. Maybe he did do it bad. However, you need a woman that's going to, even if she was right in the situation, maybe she probably said it wrong. Because there'll come a time when things is not peaches and cream when you start dealing with this woman. It's not peaches and cream. Y'all going through thunderstorms and trials and tribulations and all those things there, where she got to meet in the middle as she might have been right about a conversation or argument, but she probably expressed it the wrong way.
Man, these women ain't ready, man. I hear what you're saying. They ain't ready. They're not ready. They're not ready. Like, right. It's super hard to find true compassionate love. And you want to just go with, okay, you want to go with how can we choose a woman wiser? Okay. Do y'all have shared values? What's the compatibility like? Are you willing to communicate? Do she want to have kids? Do you want to have kids? She might not want kids. She might want a dog. Going down the list, making yourself, because I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel like this, and some viewers at home might say that it's a cocky statement to say. If a woman don't want to be with me, then I can arguably say that they don't want nothing out of life, because I know my worth. I know my value. I know what I can bring to the table. And I look at it as a mathematic problem, right? Worth plus worth equal true value and long lasting love. But worth plus a negative worth, hear what I said, a worth plus a negative worth is a headache and you better run. In fact, an old school once told me this, man. He asked me a question. He said, "Shaq, have you ever seen uh, a human with four legs, four eyes, two nose, 6 feet? Have you ever saw and two heads?" I said, "No, but if they, are born like a, identical twin, then yeah, like jointly, you see." He said, "Well, he saw it." I said, "Where you saw that?" He said he saw it on the sci-fi channel. He said it's a monster. So it only can be one head. So if a woman trying to be a man, you better run, right? Because it only should be one head. And I can arguably say people might say the 50-50 rule, right? It should be 100-100. Long as she play her role, he play his role, y'all come back together, y'all can make multiple championships and those rings can just become greater and that long lasting love can just last and last and last and they can have true value behind it. But if one person's not bringing what they bring to the table as in the team, as in they supposed to be, it's not going to work out. So I can arguably say that, like I said, most of these women is not ready. But when you find a good one, that's when you find, because it's hard to find it. We can both agree with that. But when you find one wisely, you got to remember to show her real love if she's worth it. And you know she's worth it because you know your worth and you're standing behind the power of worth plus worth, true love and true value and long lasting love.
Okay, so I want to go back to what you said, and that's how you beautifully stated that. I agree with you, but let's give it back to the viewers. Go back to the original topic: how to choose, or how to find a woman wisely. How to find them. We got to kind of give them some pointers, give them some guide,
Okay, go ahead.
give
Go
them some
ahead. Because
guidance.
I done gave you three. I said the communication, the compatibility. Do they have shared values? Friendships. They should be friend as first.
Okay, so
Go ahead.
how do you put yourself in that environment? So how do you put yourself in that environment? So it just, as you were saying that, I was thinking about a story, right? A small, quick story. And I was an undergrad at the time. My professor, one of my favorite professors, still, me and him still good friends to today. And I remember his wife came to the classroom. I mean, beautiful lady. I'm not thinking of her in that kind of way, but I'm just saying, beautiful, eloquent lady. And she stayed the whole time we was in class. I remember telling him, I was like, Dr. K, I want a woman like you when it's time to far as get serious. I mean, she supported the man's dreams, his visions. I said, that's what I want. And I remember he said something that was just real simple, but it was profound what he told me. He told me, he said, son, he said, in order to find a woman, a real woman, he said, you got to stop looking for her in the places that you surrounded with. Right? You know what I'm saying? And he was like, envision where you want to be the next 3, 5, 10 years from now. That's what you need to surround and look for a woman in. Not in the clubs, not in these little events that I go to. And that's what I was doing. I was looking for a woman in that direction, but I was just getting a fun girl, how we call it. So we got to surround ourselves with in an environment where we want to be uplifted. Girls, women that we in class with, women that if your career, you want to be a chef, if you want to be in nonprofit, if you want to be a nurse, surround yourself in that with uplifting, that a woman that go uplift you. So a couple of pointers I look at it as, man, how to choose a woman wisely. It gonna sound crazy to you, but look how they deal with anger and stress. That's a big component for how they deal with anger and stress. If a woman is going through stuff personally on the job, in a career, or any parts of her life, and a real woman, if she's compatible and when she want to be with you and she want to grow and create a family, she go yearn for your help. Some women, they just close you off and they just want to deal with it themselves. I feel like you can discern and figure out if that woman is for you because we in this together. If she's going through issues, I want to help her out. Because we a team, as you said. We a team, but you have some times, and like I said, I done dealt with it, where you're going through problems, you're going through issues, and she just kind of not disowning you, but she just closing you out. I deal with it myself. I deal with it myself. No, together we stand. United we stand. Divided we fall, as they say. So I want to help you. I want to see you become your best self. As you say, I want somebody that's going to support me, ignite my dreams, ignite my visions, help me become the best person I can, become better every day. I want to see you become better every day. I want myself to become better every day because if you something serious, obviously you can evolve into my kid's mother. And I want someone that's gonna when I'm not there to be not to be in charge, but to lead the ship. I want you to, as far as lead them in the direction, to guide them. So as we choosing women wisely, we can't look at it on a small scale. We gotta look at it from a much larger scale because when kids come involved, we with this woman for life. So we gotta choose them wisely. We gotta choose them wisely. One question I do have for you, my brother. The question I got for you is to ask the people, how can you tell she's the right? How can you tell if she's filling all the check boxes that you require? Sometimes we can fall in a position where it's, but I need this. Or she doesn't require that box. How can you illustrate to myself, illustrate to the viewers, she's the right one?
Well, I give it to you like this. I can only give it to you the preference of how a Dr. Harvey would give it to you. Um, Number one, they got to be a God fearing one. All right. And number two, bottom line, I suggest that with any relationship, any start of a relationship, you have to be friends first. You have to be friends. Friendship is the key. Friendship is the key. Friends is the same as team, right? And so, regardless if you have an argument or disagreement, you can both say on a long lasting level on the line that I married my best friend. And you guys can be a team of a good man and a good woman. Do you know what that equals? And you know what they both can value behind that? They both can value the fruits of their labor. And in all said and done, that man has choose a woman wisely, and that woman has choose a good man wisely. And that's why I like doing this episode. And that's why I like expanding on topics like this. We can agree or disagree. I was just having a talk in the back before we got started, and they told us what the topic was, and they said, "Shaq, you real hard when it come down to women." No, I just know what I want. I just know what I want, and I think everybody should look at themselves as you're not a doormat. Women, you're not a doormat. Doormat. You can't let a man walk all over you. There's a big difference between being a lover mode and a mother mode. I'm gonna say that again: lover mode and mother mode. Right? We can't raise men, and men can't raise a woman. And don't let nobody walk all over you if you're a man or a woman. And at the end of the day, when it all said and done, we can take home and learn that friendship, communication, uh, compatibility, values, support, peace. I want somebody that's going to admire you, inspire you, and they just can't be the three L's. And I'm going to shut up after this. The three L's, what I do not prefer and that I do not want. They can't be lazy. They can't be liars. Most important, they can't be a liability, because that's going to hinders me from reaching the fruits of my labor. That's fair to you.
As my brother just beautifully stated, stay away from the 3L. Don't find a lazy woman, don't find a lazy man, because we not just catering to the woman, we catering to the men as well. Women that you searching for a man, stay away from the lazy men. You want somebody to inspire you, admire you, love on you unconditionally, and support you. Don't have a liability. Stay away from the liability. But most importantly, take your time, choose the person, the right person. That's all I gotta say. Just take your time, and it's not gonna happen overnight. Not gonna happen the next day. Learn the person before you commit to the person, and I believe you'll be in the right hands, in the right direction.
That's it, viewers. That's it. That's episode 9. We expressed it. Choosing a woman wisely. Hope you will focus on that acronym and become better every day. I'm one half of the team SHAQ.
This your brother Jay Shuman, because we are why.
Because we are why not. Y'all know. Let's drop that outro.